Have spawned.
Yeah, you did it! Ally down. I think he had too much cactus juice.
Knowledge is the best weapon. Seek them out.
You gotta do better than that. They didn't even see it coming. Wow, you're really good at this. It'll be over. Things are heating up.
Hello.
Down.
Stay put. Bestowed upon you the power of the sun. strength grows.
Enemy down.
Seek them out.
I think he had too much cactus juice. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Knowledge is the best weapon.
Winter's chill.
Come on, you gotta do better than that.
Get off of
I think he had too much cactus juice. Things are heating up. That one hit whoosh and the other was like wham! Wow, you're really good at this. Double kill.
for a cloudy day.
They should probably stop. They won't like you.
Minions have reached your portal.
Enemy down.
Seek them out.
That guy stinks.
Come on and hit me!
Ally down. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. They didn't even see it coming. They should probably stop. They won't like you when you're angry.
Watch our backs.
I think he had too much cactus juice.
Out.
Enemy down. Do you plan on stopping anytime soon?
Our system levels are high! 1 year ago.
even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Just like the Fire Nation, even the strongest can be brought down. Things are heating up. That one went whoosh and the other was like wham! Keep 'em coming.
A mighty sword!
Come on, you gotta do better than that. You might even be more powerful than me. Ally down. I think he had too much cactus juice.
Winter's chill!
Enemy down. That's as powerful as Sozin's Comet!
Seek them out. Stay put.
Come on, you gotta do better than that. I didn't even see it coming. There's always time to...
Minions have reached your portal! Strike them down!
Ally down. Things are heating up. Double kill. one. I knew you could do it.
Shut them out!
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. They didn't even see it coming. Wow, you're really good at this. Enemy down. I think he had too much cactus juice. That one went whoosh and the other was like wham!
Hello?
Get ready.
Facing left!
Knowledge is the best weapon.
He didn't stand a chance.
Not yet!
Again.
There's always time to learn. Let's just call this, an opportunity.
I am the immovable. Watch our backs, friend.
Here it comes!
Enemy down.
Watch out! Here it comes!
Wow, you're really good at this.
Take left leg! Your left tower is under attack.
Knowledge is the best weapon.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's...
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
double kill.
Thanks! Attack! Attack! Thanks! Here it comes! Watch out!
Watch out.
Here it comes!
I can recover from this.
You have been... Things are heating up.
We fight only when we must.
Enemy down.
Heading over.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Enemy down.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Knowledge is the best weapon.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Maybe it's time to pack up and go penguin sledding.
Here it comes! Thanks! Your right tower is under attack.
Come on, you gotta do better than that. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Attack the minions! Your right tower is under attack.
Stay put! Seek them out!
Wow, you're really good at this.
I'm fine. Stand behind me.
I think he had too much cactus juice.
Think I have enough time to go all the way back? Fuck.
Get off of them!
Here it comes! Your middle tower is under attack. Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower. Your middle tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack.
Knowledge!
Enemy down.
Here it comes!
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. They should probably stop. They won't like you. They didn't even see it coming. I bet he thought he was pretty good or something. Ally down.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
We made it. That's what counts.
Wow, you're really good at this.
Be careful. Your middle tower is under attack. Behind us. Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
I think he had too much cactus juice. That one went whoosh and the other was like wham! They should probably stop. They won't like you when you're angry.
Thanks.
I get a beer.
Your left tower is under attack.
Come on, you gotta do better than that. Enemy down.
Your right tower is under attack.
To the back.
Your right tower is under attack.
down.
Get off of them! Knowledge is the best weapon.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Attack! Okay.
For a cloudy day.
I think he had too much cactus juice. Enemy down.
Let the light be the judge.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Wow, you're really good at this. Enemy down.
Stay back!
Come on, you gotta do better than that. Double kill. Wow, you're really good at this. Triple kill. They should probably stop. They won't like you when you're angry.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed. Your left tower is under attack.
Things are heating up. Not even breaking a sweat. Our teams, just like the Fire Nation, even the strongest can be brought down with a little teamwork. Shut down! Ally down!
Your right tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack.
I think he had too much cactus juice.
Your right tower has been destroyed. Your left tower is under attack. Your left tower has been destroyed. Your left tower is under attack.
It's time to vanquish the evil!
Wow, you're really good at this! Come on, you gotta do better than that! Things are heating up. That did not go well.
Fuck, they got surrounded.
Enemies in left lane. Enemies in left lane.
Enemy down. even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix. I'll make them pay.
Lay me
Kneel
aside
down.
my victory.
Wow, you're really good at this.
Them out.
Your team has destroyed the left enemy
I'm not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Ally down.
To the back!
They didn't even see it coming. I think he had too much cactus juice.
Retreat!
on, you gotta do better than that. Wow, you're really good at this. I think he had too much cactus juice. Whoa! I didn't know you can reincarnate too. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Enemy down.
A bright bubble of sunshine.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix. Group up!
Блять! Блять! Там, блин, в бассейне. Сука! Блять!
Что вы делаете, блин?
Перекидывай!
Вы ёбаный пиздец! Вы чё? Блядь! Тушите! Ты что сделал? Hey, it says grease Nazi, get him out!
Hell no.
This is my shit, yo. I was protesting with y'all. I think I just broke my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
She ain't lying though. They breaking the wrong foot.
Até vídeo sai. Até vídeo, Adri. Até vídeo. Buga, caralho. Buga, gravou. Agora quem gravou foi nós. Quem gravou foi... vieran que tiene ratoncitos. Se están comiendo. ¿Aquí?
Alright. Yeah, thank you. Hell yeah, thank you. Don't spend it all in one spot. Love it. Alright, you too. Hell yeah. I got 2020.
А чому ти хочеш іти до школи? Бо тут ми будемо перше гратись, потім підемо вчитись, потім ще підемо вчитися, потім інші підемо в школу, потім помремо.
Underlying health conditions, you don't have to wear a mask. Underlying health conditions.
І потім помремо.
To challenge me.
Have a crack.
Assistant floor level.
Everything.
What are you doing? Aye, little dickhead. What are you doing?
What's your name and number, bro?
What the HQ number 157, I've just been stabbed! Drop the knife! What the HQ number 157, I've just been stabbed! Drop the knife! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Shots fired!
Put that knife down right now.
Get on the ground!
Ground.
Get away from that knife!
Shots fired by the police. Rescue 1068. Come over here. Shots fired.
I got stabbed right here.
Okay, come on. All right, go in there and get that knife. Go.
Stop fighting my dog! Stop fighting my dog! Let go of my dog!
Почему? светофор зеленый. Все потому, что был он жизнь влюбленный. А все бегут. Я бегу. А все бегут. И все потому, почему был светофор тому, что был он жизнь бегу. А все бегу.
Minions have spawned. It brings pain.
First takedown! Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Minions have reached your portal.
Enemy down. Ally down.
My minions are incapable. Minions have reached your portal.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. I think he had too much cactus juice. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Wow, you're really good at this. I think he had too much cactus juice.
My minions are using weapons. Die for your master.
Double kill. Triple kill. Wow, you're really good at this. You have been slain. Enemy down. Wow, you're really good at this. Maybe it's time to pack up and go. Things are heating up.
My minions are capable.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Enemy down.
Now.
Wow, you're really good at this. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. They didn't even see it coming.
Surely, you did not think you could win.
They should probably stop. They won't like you. Ally down. I think he had too much cactus juice. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Enemy down. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's things are heating up. Triple kill! Wow, you're really good at this! Come on, you gotta do better than that!
Minions have reached your portal!
Do you plan on stopping anytime soon? I think he had too much cactus juice.
Minions have reached your portal!
Enemy down. There's always... They didn't even see it coming!
Minions have reached your portal!
Double kill. Wow, you're really good at this. Down. I think he had too much cactus juice. They didn't even see it coming.
Will they? Minions have reached your portal!
They should probably stop. They won't like you when you're angry. You gotta do better than that. Wow, you're pretty good at this.
Hit me!
Die for your master!
Wow, you're really good at this. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's... That one went whoosh and the other was like wham! Triple kill. Wow, you're really good at this. Quadra kill. Shut down. Deicide. See it coming! Whoa! Double kill!
It brings pain.
And other people in this country and around the world. Obviously, that's
colonialism on a
to keep African people enslaved or to from the tech.
bullying?
This closure is absolutely devastating to businesses like hair salons.
A homeless man arrested for violating the mandatory mask order.
The hair salon owner who opened up her store has been jailed.
You must wear your mask. Wear the mask. This is the president who doesn't want to wear a mask. No one is above the law.
Nancy Pelosi was seen not wearing a face mask at a San Francisco hair salon.
Day before, Pelosi was saying that those people who don't wear masks, who don't follow rules, are bad people.
Not wearing a mask and having haircuts indoors against the rules there.
Be an example to the country and wear the mask.
Nancy Pelosi appears to have violated.
I'm a big believer in wearing the mask.
Next time, Madam Speaker, why don't you see if someone will come to your house?
You must wear your mask. Wear masks at all times.
Rules for thee, not for me.
And to blame others. Leaders take responsibility. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi claims she was set up.
So the Speaker of the House is blaming the salon after she didn't wear a mask indoors.
And now she's having lawyers get involved to like dox this, poor salon owner who has been shut down for 6 months.
We haven't worked. We have no income. Since this happened, I have received nothing but hate, text messages, death threats. They're going to burn my hair salon down.
I think that that this salon owes me an apology.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done there. So.
In the meantime, Nancy Pelosi is overseeing a legislative negotiation in which salons like the one that she went to would not get any money.
We have bills to pay.
So upsetting, and it's devastating.
Pelosi is being decimated for having a beauty parlor opened when all others are closed.
Financially, it's bogus.
The timestamp on the video says 3:08 p.m. Less than 3 hours later, she appeared on MSNBC with perfectly coiffed hair, lecturing everyone else.
Those people there, no mask. What a bad example that was.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Because I promise you, I'm going to knock the nigga ass out. Don't touch him. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
Okay, everybody calm down. So we have security over here handling the situation. Please don't get involved, please.
Don't touch him. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
Okay, everybody calm down. So we have security over here handling the situation. Please don't get involved, please. It's okay, everybody, it's okay. Amendment.
Basketball now to a Local 24 News exclusive. A Shelby County man wants to know what is going on at the health department. His mother passed away 6 months ago. So why would he get a letter saying his mom is positive for COVID-19?
Bank of the West is launching the first account designed for climate action. It gives back 1% of the account's revenue at no cost to you. Helps you track the carbon impact.
Donald Trump. Just 5 days into his presidency, Trump ordered Ryan's SEAL team into Yemen. Not from the Situation Room with all the intelligence assembled, but sitting across a dinner table from Steve Bannon. There was no vital interest at play, just Donald Trump playing big man going to war. And when it went horribly wrong,
when you lose a $75 million airplane, and more importantly, American life is lost and wounded, I don't believe that you can call it a success.
Donald Trump demeaned my son's sacrifice to play to the crowd. For nearly 4 years, Trump has assailed our country's core values. When Russia put bounties on our troops' heads, Trump defended Putin instead of our military.
I think it's a hoax.
He kneecapped the Postal Service to undermine our right to vote.
This election will be the most rigged election in history.
He's misled us throughout the pandemic.
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
200,000 Americans will have died before we vote. They and Ryan have one thing in common. It didn't have to be but for Donald Trump. If you hear one thing, let it be this. Don't trust Donald Trump with your kid's life or your own.
In 2017, I retired after 30 years in the Navy, and regrettably, I voted for Donald Trump. I'm embarrassed to say it, but it's the truth, and it needs to be said, and we need to do something about it, together.
I'm a retired Army officer that served 2 tours in Vietnam.
I'm an Army veteran, a former Army officer in the 82nd Airborne Division.
Mr. Trump has abandoned our veterans with the insulting of heroes like John McCain, with the insulting of Gold Star families.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
When I see President Trump and the words he had to say about John McCain's service, it's something I will never forget and can't let go. And the same thing he's saying about General Mattis now. These are some of the greatest leaders of our time. And the way he's denigrating their service is just despicable.
I voted Republican because pretty much through my career, the Republicans took better care, in my opinion, of the military, and that was important to me. But today, he scares the fuck out of me, man.
His ban on transgenders in the military is just one of the most cruel policies. For no reason, he decided that people that rose their right hand, decided to defend the Constitution, the flag that's supposed to represent equality, that they're not worthy of being in the military and serving, and their sacrifice isn't the same as everyone else's. That's total. The military that I served in welcomed anyone that's willing to sacrifice their life for the Constitution and the flag. And Donald Trump, you had that choice during the Vietnam era. You decided to run away like a coward. I know when President Biden takes over that, all transgender service members will be welcome. You are welcome, and thank you for your service.
He has taken us to a place this country is not supposed to be. This is not the way the founders envisioned it. Do not let all those who have gone and died on battlefields for our democracy go in vain because of what he's doing to this country.
One other thing I wanted to talk about quickly is the VA Choice Program. President Trump likes to say it's one of his greatest accomplishments. Well, it's a total lie that he's the one that started this program. I got out of the military in 2014, and I was a member of the VA Choice Program. It was signed into law by President Obama. It was a bill co-sponsored by Senator McCain and Senator Bernie Sanders back when there was bipartisanship in Congress. Donald Trump stopped trying to take credit for President Obama's accomplishment, and thank you, President Obama, for this great program.
What's going on in places like Portland? I watched another vet get beat by American police forces. I don't know what that is, man, but that ain't right.
I'm a lifetime Republican voter, except for in 2016 I voted third party. In 2020, definitely be supporting Joe Biden for president.
I implore you to register to vote. Get out there to vote. Rain or shine, you get out there and you vote. We need to make a difference together.
He is no friend of veterans, and I will not vote for him. I hope that no veteran will.
With everything going on right now, we've had to alter our classroom settings.
School is back, and Verizon is here to help. We're supporting millions of students by getting them online with discounted connectivity so they aren't left behind. We're providing free training and learning resources to teachers to enhance remote learning. And with the New York Times, we're providing teaching tools for a rapidly changing world.
We're lucky that Verizon supports teachers like us.
The network more people rely on believes every student should get the education.
Americans love their cars. But one thing Americans don't seem to be crazy about is the process of acquiring them. The American car dealership experience is one many seem to regard as a necessary evil. Buying cars often feels like an anxiety-inducing ordeal that can last hours. Some surveys suggest Americans
GR on
don't
and
have
a couple members of E-United collapsing in. 2 respawns just now from the dead members of E-United. Raffer's taken so much.
Build one that will allow you to survive a blast and then regenerate so much you've got the Wolverine blushing. And I am saying regeneration, not healing. In this game, regeneration and healing are two different things. Regeneration is not impacted by anti-heal. Or at least it's not supposed to. It's a little inconsistent and or buggy. Let's start with the reinforced shoes. All these shoes are custom tailored to your needs. You go power boots for damage, cooldown boots for cooldown, traveler shoes to get around a lot faster. He went reinforced for survivability. Interesting note right now, supports are getting murdered by magicals. In the early game, that is, by mages, by guardians. Why? Because they're not building magical protections that early. Gauntlet of Thebes does have magical protections on it, but you need to get that bad boy stacked. If you fall behind on your stacks, you're in trouble, and even then, 60 protections, not that much. There's a lot of power and a lot of penetrations in current mage builds. And right now, the current builds for supports are boots into Thebes, into some kind of physical protection, or like a relic dagger, some utility item. You are very vulnerable, and that's why we're seeing these boots picked up a little bit more. It helps to take the edge off. Gauntlet of Thebes, because it is such a lovely item, you got 300 health, 15 HP 5, and 60 of each protections once it is fully stacked. It is the single best defensive item in the game. After that, you get a sovereignty. 250 health, another 60 protections for yourself, as you and the people around you get 15 physical protections and 15 HP 5. And if you haven't noticed the trend yet, maybe you see it Now with the next item, the Stone of Gaia, a whopping 400 health alongside 25 HP 5 and 15 MP 5. The passive, if you are hit by a knock-up, a knockback, a pull, or a grab, for the next 5 seconds you get back 15% of your maximum health. And you are always regenerating 0.3% of your maximum health. Then you've got a Genji's Guard, another 150 health on top, and a whopping 70 magical protections. 40 MP5 on top of that, 10% cooldown reductions, and if you are hit with a magical ability, you get flat cooldown reduction. It is one of the better magical items for sure. And finishing it all off with a Spirit Robe, 40 of each protection, another 10% cooldown reduction on it, and another 20% crowd control reduction. The boots had 20 as well. The pass is worth 2% of your maximum health and lasts for 15 seconds. It can also stack 5 times. So at full stacks you can have a shield worth 10% of 3,490, which is 349. Dear God, I hope so. Not the numbers again, Mason. I get anxiety when I do math. So you can have up to 3,839 health. Technically, it is a shield, which yes, it is health, but for certain interactions it has to be separated. Things that take maximum health into account do not include shield health. Those include executes or Stone of Gaia passives. So you can take a hit. But the other thing now is the HP 5. You can bounce back from the hit. HP 5 is the amount of health gained every 5 seconds. Characters have it built in, and you can buy items that increase it. That's what this little number right here is. As you can see, it is a 99. That means divided by 5 every second, you regenerate between 19 and 20 health. Now you also have a Stone of Gaia ticking. Every second you regenerate another 0.3% of your maximum health back. Here comes the math, don't hit me. It's another 10 health every second. So you are regenerating 30 health every second. That is insane in itself, but yeah, let's say that the Stone of Gaia passive procced as well. You are gaining back 500 health within the next 5 seconds. And last but not least, Capri can revive himself for up to 45% of his maximum health. Comes back with around 1500 and he starts taking that health up again on top of his shield. This build is standard when it comes to protections, when it comes to cooldown reductions, when it comes to crowd control reductions, but no one's talking about that HP 5. 30 HP every second. Every 4 seconds I've got 120,000 about your support. Sometimes you don't want a healer. All this health, all this HP 5 goes to maximize Capri's efficiency in and out of fights. I like it first off because it works. I like it because it's not the end all be all of builds. There's still a lot of options. Having one build is cool, but that gets very boring. And I love it for a character. Now that's something I enjoy. Now get out there.
a terribly high opinion of automotive salespeople either. Yet, in the years since the American economy began recovering in the wake of the financial crisis, new car sales have repeatedly reached record levels. And industry analysts say Americans overall seem to be relatively satisfied with their purchases once they drive away with them. There certainly are things they would like to change about it, and some already are, using tools now available online. Meanwhile, dealers face their own challenges, including a consolidating landscape, tight competition, and threats from new business models promoting contactless virtual transactions which have thrived during the age of COVID-19 outbreaks. To survive, dealers will have to keep up and find ways to accommodate buyers less willing to go through the rigmarole they have endured in the past.
There are parts of America you can only scout if you come in here. Your International Harvester Dealer Showroom. The Rugged Scout 2 for 76 has great off-road handling and stows a lot of gear. You can choose a 4-cylinder engine and selected 4-wheel drive. Come in for a test drive.
Scout the America, others pass by.
In the US, the vast majority of automakers don't sell their cars directly to consumers. They sell them to dealers, which are basically separately owned franchises that fly the banner for a particular brand of cars, often several, and have a close, if sometimes contentious relationship with the companies that produce those vehicles. Cars made by any automaker operating in the US are considered sold to a certain dealer as soon as they roll off the assembly line. Dealers are then tasked with turning those cars over to buyers, preferably as fast as possible. The franchise model saved automakers the expense and trouble of opening and operating their own stores, allowing them to rapidly expand their reach across the United States without footing the bill. Every US state, in turn, has dealer franchise laws designed to protect dealers who have invested in building a brand's presence in a territory. These were created to assuage the fear that manufacturers might move into an area a dealer had already established and run them out of business. These laws have become a point of controversy in the 21st century, primarily because of one very disruptive company, Tesla. The electric car maker has long insisted on selling its cars directly to customers over the internet. Tesla has been involved in legal battles in several states to set up its own kiosks without creating franchised dealerships. But when Tesla was still a fledgling company churning out a tiny number of high-end electric cars, other larger trends were already shaking up the dealership landscape. The industry has gone through a tremendous degree of consolidation over the last few decades, and now there are massive publicly traded dealership groups such as AutoNation and Lithia Motors, which have steadily bought up many of the once independently owned dealerships that dotted the country. The way Americans buy cars is also often quite different from the way they are bought in other countries. In Japan, for example, cars are typically custom ordered at a showroom and then delivered to the buyer later. While Americans can special order vehicles at dealerships, most car shoppers in the US choose their cars from whatever is already available on the lot.
B&H, how can I help you?
B&H is here. From our homes to yours, as your collaborators, creative partners, and problem solvers.
What type of photography do you do?
It's actually a very good choice.
I've got a great mic that'll work perfect for that.
As always, we're here to help with all your plans, projects, inklings, and endeavors. With 47 years of creative expertise.
Oh, cool. You're setting up a live stream DJ set? Okay, I can help you with that.
So click, chat, or call us.
Sure, call back anytime.
Happy to walk you through it.
B&H, your creative partner since 19...
Of course, the dread that many consumers feel prior to a trip to the dealership has long been widely known.
I think what's really interesting about car buying is that a number of years ago, John Krafchick, who was the head of US Hyundai of automobiles, he was the head of the group, said something to the effect of, it's almost a situation where people would rather go to the dentist than go and buy a new car because of just how the consumer's almost beaten down into submission just to then give their money over to take home a product that they're then going to have to bring back to the dealer on a regular basis for service and repairs and such. And it's gotten better over the years because there's more information out there, but it's almost a double-edged sword because at the same time there's so much information out there, it's almost more confusing.
A 2014 study from industry research firm Edmunds found that people have such low levels of enthusiasm for car buying, many shoppers said they would rather give up sex or do their taxes than go through it. A Harris poll found that 52% of car shoppers said a trip to the dealership makes them anxious. One Gallup poll evaluating public perceptions of professions found that car salespeople were rated the lowest in terms of their perceived commitment to honesty and ethics. They came in below chiropractors, insurance salespeople, advertisers, lawyers, and members of Congress. About 65% of Americans think U.S. car dealership practices are unethical, according to data cited in a 2018 paper from consulting firm KPMG. But also, of course, there are plenty of buyers who are happy with their purchases once they have them.
Most customers, they like their sales consultant. They might not like the process of getting a price where the salesperson has to talk to a manager, but in general, they like the sales consultant. That's probably why they buy that specific dealer. And I think they also believe that in most cases, the dealer does a pretty good job of explaining the technical issues with the vehicle and products and features of the vehicle. Vehicles have certainly gotten more complex over the years, and I think for most consumers, they feel the dealership does a good job in that.
The most frequently cited pain points tend to be when customers are sitting in the finance and insurance office, often for up to an hour or more, filling out paperwork, applying for credit, and negotiating terms of the deal.
Many customers feel they are deeply unprepared for this part of the process and do not enjoy the long, complex discussion with sales representatives.
A car is among the few purchases shoppers have to haggle for, and it also happens to be one of the biggest purchases a person will make in their lifetime. Many buyers don't have the experience negotiating they might like to have, especially with professional salespeople.
And we don't negotiate for much besides houses and cars in the United States. So it's not something that people are very used to or very comfortable with, and a lot of times they just want to get out of there.
During this time, customers are offered extended warranties and a whole suite of add-ons many of them don't expect to encounter and don't know what to make sense of.
My point to dealers as well as lenders is pull that information up front because consumers can educate themselves. What is the value of an extended service contract? What is the value of an extended warranty? Why do I need gap insurance? And I might choose those products before I even come to the dealership. Hey, this makes sense to me. I'd like to buy this particular service contract, and I know I'm going to keep the car for this many years. I like the warranty. I like the maintenance agreement. By the way, I think gap insurance makes good sense for me because I'm going to keep this car for a while, and maybe it's a good product for me. So that education process can happen up front versus in dealership.
That said, fewer than 5% of shoppers have walked away from a sale due to high-pressure sales tactics, according to J.D. Power's sales satisfaction survey. The most common reason for turning away from a purchase, which 30% of customers cited, is that a dealership didn't have the right model in stock.
In a lot of cases, it's just a model fit. They might shop brand and Model A and end up buying Model B because there were features or pricing around that model that they didn't like. But for some customers,
Donald Trump is panicking. Because of Donald Trump's betrayals. He abandoned our Kurdish allies in Syria, playing into Russia's hand. He wouldn't stand up
negotiation process. They feel some of the back and forth pricing can be a reason for rejection.
There are a few brands that do seem to stand out, according to J.D. Power. Among luxury consumers, Porsche owners seem to be exceptionally happy with their car buying experience. The brand ranked first in the luxury segment on J.D. Power's SSI 3 times between 2015 and 2019. Mercedes came in second in 2019. Among more mainstream brands, Buick and GMC, which are both owned by General Motors, came in first and second in 2019, and the quirky small car brand Mini came in third. Like Porsche in luxury, Buick has topped the mainstream list 3 out of 4 years between 2015 and 2019. Despite the angst, Americans continue to buy cars. During the economic recovery, new sales in the United States reached record levels in some years and even surpassed expectations in 2019. Dealership giant Lithia Motors saw sales grow from about $2 billion in 2010 to $12.7 billion in 2019. As of August 18, 2020, shares of Lithia had climbed nearly 2,400% since the company's 1996 IPO and nearly 86% since the beginning of the year. Likewise, sales at another dealer giant, AutoNation, grew from about $12.5 billion in 2010 to about $21.3 billion in 2019. Its shares rose about 20% from the beginning of 2020 to August 18th and have risen more than 12,000% over the course of its entire history.
Get ClickUp's Unlimited plan 15% off for life. Assign and organize tasks with Gantt charts, collaborate with your entire team, and access unlimited storage, integrations, and features. Join over 100,000 highly productive teams and lock in your discounted unlimited plan for life.
Of course, sales levels like these are not expected to last forever. The automotive industry is a cyclical business, and there have been concerns that younger buyers are not as interested in car ownership as their elders. But some economists have argued that the millennials killed the car narrative has been overblown. A 2018 analysis from MIT found that millennials are actually buying cars at about the same rates as older generations. However, there are some shifts taking place in the automotive market that car makers and dealers are watching. Ride-hailing apps such as Uber and Lyft have become popular around the country. Companies continue to research and develop self-driving cars. In myriad other industries, businesses have increasingly looked for ways to reach customers through their smartphones, where a growing share of shopping is done. The internet has also contributed considerably to the rise of membership and service models of selling, and consumers have grown more interested in the idea of paying monthly or annual fees for access to a product that is periodically updated or replaced. Even smartphone makers such as Apple have programs like this. Car makers and others in the automotive industry have rolled out their own attempts to lure customers with models such as these, online marketplaces for cars, and subscription services that are similar to leases, but include service plans, insurance, and registration fees. However, these new business models have so far attracted small portions of the market, and strong new car sales over the last several years have given dealers little incentive to invest heavily in them. But online sales have seen a boost since the coronavirus pandemic began. Dealers have responded to retail shutdowns and crowd-weary shoppers by putting inventories on shopping sites, offering contactless test drives, and home delivery. Automakers are also offering services for their dealer networks. General Motors, for example, set up a program called Shop, Click, and Drive that allows customers to configure vehicles online, get estimates for their trade-in, sort out their financing options, and either take delivery at home or at a showroom. Over the last several years, a number of companies have sprung up that exclusively sell cars online. One such firm, called Vroom, held its initial public offering in June, right in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. As of August 18th, shares of Vroom were up more than 24%. In 2019, more than half of Vroom's sales had come from traditional dealerships. It offers contact-free transactions and 7-day returns, highly unusual for car sales. Perhaps the best-known name among online-only car sellers is Carvana, which went public in late April 2017. As of August 18th, shares had risen by more than 1,700%. The stock was up more than 120% just since the beginning of 2020. Some industry analysts do expect that some of the jump in online sales seen during the pandemic may remain. The piece of the process customers do seem increasingly prefer doing online is the paperwork that they would otherwise do at the dealership. Surveys show customers want to have as much information about the financing side of the transaction as possible before they step onto the lot.
Intent, and I talk to dealers about the same thing, is you need to build your process around the idea that consumers no longer want to go sit in the finance insurance office. They don't want to be tied up for an hour signing documentation, nor are they willing to sit through the sales pitch that your F&I manager, he or she might provide, because there's a number of products that they sell. If you think about Transact today, most dealerships make more money on their F&I transaction than doing the sale of the vehicle.
So dealers are changing how they sell cars, even if they're doing it a bit more slowly than customers or other industry insiders would like. But if these shifts take root, dealers may begin rethinking their entire business models. If customers keep moving online, for example, it is plausible, say analysts, that dealers may ditch their centrally located showrooms beside large lots lined with cars, SUVs, and pickups. They may opt instead for a smaller showroom space, coupled with an off-site distribution center. Customers may in turn get used to the idea of having a car delivered to their homes the way they would receive a package or a pizza.
Despite being in the so-called worst economy since the Great Depression, the stock market is booming. But some analysts don't really believe in the stock market rally. They believe that the stock market is 77% overvalued. What's up, everybody? I am Jaspreet Singh from theMinorityMindset.com, and welcome to The Minority Mindset. Online stock brokerages and commission-free stock brokerages have made stock market investing accessible for anybody with a cell phone and $10. This is good news for you because that means you can invest in big companies on your fingertips without paying a whole bunch of money in commissions. It's good news for your investments because easy access to investing brings more money into the stock market, and it's great news for investors because fintech is developing into one of the most popular startup industries out there. But naturally, it comes with its own fair share of problems because with easy access to investing comes a whole bunch of investors who might not know what they're doing. Some economists believe that this easy access to the stock market is bad because it's setting up regular people, known as retail investors, up for a massive crash that the pros will be able to handle, but regular people won't. We are in the middle of a recession with millions of Americans out of a job, yet our stock market keeps breaking record highs. Part of the reason for this is the Federal Reserve Bank keeps bailing out the stock market by injecting trillions of dollars into the market to keep the stock market inflated, but I'll talk about this a little bit later in the video. A second reason for the stock market boom is that we have a lot of retail traders, so regular people coming into the markets and pouring money into the stock market without always knowing why. Now look, I am a big supporter of regular people investing their money themselves. I love that. I just want investors to do their own due diligence. I'll show you what I mean with a few examples. When this pandemic first hit, Zoom became very popular because everybody wanted to video chat each other instead of seeing each other physically, and so naturally, investors wanted to invest in the Zoom stock. So lots of retail traders, regular people, went onto the stock market and they started buying shares of ZOOM, thinking that they were buying the Zoom video company. But ZOOM is actually a penny stock, and it's completely unrelated to the Zoom video company. So then this penny stock started to rally, and then the SEC got suspicious because of what was going on, so they halted shares of ZOOM, and lots of investors ended up losing money, and it created this whole big thing because people didn't really know what they were doing because they didn't do their research. Here's another one for you. When a company goes bankrupt, its stock typically becomes worthless. But when the Hertz company went bankrupt, retail traders and regular people started playing hot potato, and they started buying up the Hertz stock, and the Hertz stock rallied more than 200% as a bankrupt company. It was so crazy that Hertz actually tried to sell $500 million of their own worthless bankrupt stock to raise cash, but thankfully that was reversed when people in the SEC realized that the Hertz company was trying to make an easy $500 million by selling nothing, a worthless stock, to speculators on the stock market playing hot potato. And I should also mention that we have some stocks, like everybody's favorite, Tesla, selling for more than 1,200 times earnings. What that means is if you started a company and you made $100,000 in profit, and you were selling for 1,200 times earnings, that means you could sell your company that made $100,000 for $120 million. It's crazy. I mean, could you imagine hitting that thumbs up button below 1,200 times? The valuation is so high that even Tesla is trying to take advantage of it because they're selling $5 billion worth of their own stock to the market because they're like, why wouldn't we cash in on this huge valuation? At this point, you might be thinking, oh my god, the stock market's gonna crash. But it's not so simple in a market like we're seeing today that is so heavily influenced by the government and the Fed. Almost everybody thinks that the stock market is overvalued. I mean, most CFOs in America think so, and if you compare the price of stocks with our GDP, this is the most overvalued stock market in history. Warren Buffett is a value investor. He loves finding companies that are undervalued and cheap, then he buys them up, and then he waits for the company's value to rise. And because of his famous value investing, there's an indicator named after Warren Buffett known as the Buffett indicator. This Buffett indicator is used to analyze the overall stock market value because it compares our GDP with the market capitalizations of stocks. That means the Buffett indicator looks at how fast our economy is growing and how big our economy is. This is our GDP, and it compares it to how expensive stocks on the stock market are. This is the market capitalization of stocks. And not surprisingly, this Buffett indicator is saying that the stock market is trading at an all-time high valuation. In the second quarter of 2020, our GDP, our economy crashed by 32% on an annualized basis, and during the same time when our economy crashed, our stock market boomed. So here's our economy, and here's our stock market. Okay, when the pandemic and this recession hit, both of these two things, the economy and the stock market, crashed. But then the stock market went up like this, and our economy just kind of went like this. Now the big question is, does this overvaluation mean that the stock market is going to collapse? You might think, oh, the stock market is so overvalued, so it's about to crash, and that's possible, but it's not so simple. The reason the stock market is valued so high is because, well, there's so much free money floating around out there. This is not something that just started in 2020. Stocks have been overvalued for a while now because for the last decade, interest rates have been historically very low, so investment firms and institutions were able to borrow money very cheap. Want to guess where all this cheap money ended up? The stock market. I mean, if you can go out and you can borrow money for 3%, and then you're going to go and invest it in the stock market where your money's been growing like 7 to 10% a year, you're going to make a huge spread. Now imagine you're going to do this not with $1 or $2, but with $20 million, $30 million, or $300 million. Now in 2020, interest rates are lower than they ever were before, so if people wanted to or institutions wanted to, they could borrow money for essentially free and just dump it into the stock market. Plus, when the government sent out a whole bunch of free money in the form of stimulus checks, want to know where a lot of these stimulus checks ended up? In the stock market. I'm so proud. And if the money didn't go into the stock market to buy shares of these companies, then it was spent at Amazon or Walmart or Kroger, which all of these companies trade on the stock market. And if that wasn't enough, you have the central banking system of the United States, the Federal Reserve Bank, the Fed, promising to provide essentially an unlimited amount of support to keep the stock market inflated. You have to understand that even if the Fed wasn't dumping all this free money into the stock market, we'd still have very high valuations of stocks because, well, we have a whole bunch of money going into the stock market through cheap debt, and we have a whole lot of free money going into the stock market. Now on top of that, you have the Fed literally pouring trillions of dollars of cash into the markets to keep things up. So we're not in a normal market. So is the stock market going to crash? Of course. That's how the stock market and the economy works. We go through booms and busts. We just don't know when it's going to happen. So if you're sitting there waiting to invest because you want to wait until the crash, you don't know how long you might be waiting. You might wait for a week, a month, a year, 10 years, who knows? And during that time, you can also miss out on huge upside. That means you want to make sure that when you are investing, that you're investing smartly. Now, before I get into what you should be doing in this market, if you are interested in investing in stocks, you have to use a stock brokerage like our sponsor, Webull. Webull is super simple to use. All you have to do is create a free account, fund it, and then you can buy or sell whatever stocks or ETFs you want right off your phone or computer. You can do your research right off of their app, and the best part of all is that at the time we're recording this video, Webull is giving you, Minority Mindset fans, a free stock valued between $800 and $1,600 when you deposit $100 into your account. So if you want to learn more and see how you can get your free stock, I got the link to where you can do that in the description below. Minority Mindset is a partner with Webull, so if you use them, we will get compensated, but there's no additional cost to you. It's free to create an account. They don't charge you a penny to make a trade, and they're giving you a free stock valued at up to $1,600 when you deposit $100 in your account. So if you want to learn more, get started and get your free stock, I got the link to how you can do that in the description. But now we have all this freshly printed money floating around, and you have stimulus plans injecting trillions of dollars into the economy, with another stimulus plan probably on the way, and you have cheap debt making it very easy and cheap for people to go out and borrow money and invest it. You're naturally going to have very high valuations. Remember, the price of a stock is determined by supply and demand. When you have a lot of buyers out there, like we have right now with all this cheap and free money, that's going to push the price of stocks up because you have a lot of demand and not as much supply. The tricky part of this question is how much higher can we go? Stock prices at the end of the day have to be related to how much money the underlying stock or company is making. Well, when you have a whole bunch of free money floating around and a lot of this money is coming into the stock market, then you might see higher valuations in the stock market, and this might become your new normal, at least temporarily. Right now, our economy is recovering from rock bottom because in early 2020, the economy was completely shut down, and now we're starting to recover from there. But there are things that could potentially trigger a sell-off, like if the free money went away, so people don't have money to either spend at businesses, or people don't have money to invest in stocks, or if businesses stop growing, or if people run out of money to invest into stocks, or if we see another lockdown. These things could cause a correction or a full-out crash. But one thing that we learned from 2020 is that you cannot try to predict what's going to happen in the future. Right now, we have more stimulus measures probably coming, and we have the Fed still promising to print an unlimited amount of money to keep the markets inflated. But this has to be done with harmony with everything else going on in the economy and the world, because if the Fed and the government print too much money and people start losing faith in the dollar, that could create its own issues too. Fortunately for the United States dollar is known as the world's currency, and the United States is the world's superpower, so that's not very likely to happen, but it's still a possibility. One thing that's a little bit more likely is the Fed could say that they're going to stop printing money and pumping it into the markets. Now, the current administration of the Fed might not do that, but let's say we have a new president come November, and this new president appoints a new chairman of the Fed, and this new chairman of the Fed doesn't want to keep pumping up the markets, then that could cause a stock market correction. Again, this is possible, but it's impossible to predict. The optimistic side is that all these stimulus measures work in our economy, not our stock market, but our economy starts booming, and now people have more jobs, and our economy is growing quickly, and now our stock market, remember, it was growing like this, now our economy catches up. This would be very good news for the stock market, because now the economy is growing just like the stock market. There's a lot of factors at play here. You have the Fed pumping money into the markets, you have free money floating around, you have stimulus plans, you have cheap debt, you have a presidential election coming, so you do not want to base your investment decisions based off of just one macroeconomic factor. Buying companies and ETFs that you believe in and that you think are priced fairly, and just keep buying them like normal. If you plan on retiring in the next few years and you need some of this money in your investments to survive, then take some money off the table while you're ahead. Yeah, you might miss out on some growth, but we really don't know what's going to happen over the next few years, so is it worth that risk? At the end of the day, the people that make the most money in the stock market are the people that invest for the long term and that don't get distracted by the day-to-day swings and the emotions, because over the long run, the stock market has historically always gone up, and the people who end up losing the most money are the emotional investors who buy when things are going up, and as soon as things start to fall, they panic sell. Look, even if you bought into the stock market during the peak before the 2008 crash, you would have still come out a winner over the long term if you just held on to your stocks. We can see that the stock market is overvalued, but it is impossible to time the market because we don't know what's going to happen in the economy, and we don't know what's going to happen with all the other factors in the stock market. So that's why you want to come up with your own investment strategy and stick with it. But one thing that can help you is staying up to date on what's happening in the finance and business world. And I know that's not very easy to do, especially with all the news stories being published every single day. But that's why we created the free Minority Mindset newsletter, where our team first breaks on the top finance and business news, and then we show you how this news affects your wallet. That way you can be smart with your money. This newsletter is completely free, and you can subscribe to our free finance and business newsletter by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. By the way, this financial newsletter is completely different from our financial education emails. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share it with one friend, that way we can help spread the word. If you want to learn more about how you can find a strong company to invest in on the stock market, I already made a video on this, and you can watch this video on YouTube by clicking this button right over here. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.
B&H, how can I help you?
B&H is here. From our homes to yours, as your collaborators, creative partners, and problem solvers.
What type of photography do you do? It's actually a very good choice.
I've got a great mic that'll work perfect for that.
As always, we're here to help with all your plans, projects, inklings, and endeavors. With 47 years of creative expertise.
Oh, cool. You're setting up a live stream DJ set? Okay, I can help you with that.
So click, chat, or call us.
Sure, call back anytime.
Happy to walk you through it.
B&H, your creative partner since 1973.
I didn't say anything about not wearing a hat. That looks pretty natural.
The first day of class, filled with possibilities and unknowns. That's why Check Study Pack empowers you with homework solutions and expert Q&A, so you know you got this from the very start. Crush your new classes like the boss you are. Nail your
I've learned a lot from Graham Stephan. I think he's a great YouTuber, real estate agent and investor, and the stock market investor. But he's very wrong about day trading. If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably know I'm a big fan of Graham Stephan. I mean, if you're building a financial wealth, learning about investing in the real estate or stock market, and enjoy somebody nagging at you for spending $6 on Starbucks, of course you would like him. It's funny because we both posted a video with Lamborghinis in it for April Fools this year. Except I'm sure he's got some baller friends who could lend him the Lamborghini for free. But I was a dumbass who had to pay $3,000 to $4,000 to rent it for a YouTube video. But hey, no regrets. It was all for the sake of comedy. And that was the best $3,000 I've ever spent. So Graham Stephan's video I'm referring to here is this one. Why 80% 80% of day traders lose money, which he posted in September of 2019. So in today's video, I want to talk about why Graham Stephan is wrong about day trading, as a full-time day trader who's been trading in the US stock market for 6 to 7 years now. This video is meant to be constructive feedback on a beginner trader's journey, something that I have also gone through the same way many years ago. So we're going to be discussing what Graham did well on, as well as the areas about day trading that he was very wrong about, and most importantly, how other new traders can learn from his experience and his losses. Before we start, make sure to drop a like, or as Graham Stephan would call it, smash the like button. So in Graham's video, why 80% of day traders lose money, he describes his first experience with the stock market when he was still in high school. And that's very impressive that he was already interested in the stock market in high school. When I was in high school, I didn't know anything about stocks or money in general. I was too busy worrying about whether I should go to prom or not. Spoilers, I didn't go, and I have no regrets whatsoever. So while in high school, Graham saw an online marketing ad for one of the biggest penny stock gurus in the industry, and that's what introduced him to day trading in the stock market, and not just any stocks. We're talking about these trashy turd penny stocks that you either love or hate with a passion. I'm not going to drop names here, but that was probably the exact same day trading marketing ad that I saw almost 6 or 7 years ago. Except I was in high school 7 years ago. I was most likely stuck somewhere in traffic on the 405 interstate in Los Angeles. No joke, I lived in LA for about a year or so, and I spent half of the time there in a car. Okay, sorry for that little detail that nobody asked about, but it's very interesting that we saw the exact same ad online. How to turn $1,000 into millions day trading while sitting on the beach, driving the Lambos, and banking on the toilet. And coincidentally, or not, many traders I know today, we all share the same lure, the bait of promises essentially, that drew us to take the first step into this wild world of day trading. In a way, I feel really thankful. I need to thank these day trading marketers. In the video, Graham says that he had some early success with these penny stock picks online and made some small profits due to being lucky. And you know what we say about luck in day trading, luck is not a consistently reliable strategy. In fact, beginner's luck is often a very dangerous start for brand new traders. It's very common for people brand new and entering the market to think that this day trading business is easy. Buy low, sell high. How hard can this day trading thing be? And especially with the glorified lifestyle marketing that we see on a daily basis, which I'm sure you're probably seeing a few on YouTube, it's very easy to have that misconception that day trading is easy money and a get-rich-quick scheme. And that's why beginner's luck could be extremely dangerous. Imagine if your first few trades, you made $100, $500, or $1,000 quickly. If that worked for the first week for a brand new trader, who wouldn't want to double down and quadruple their share sizes and use max buying power on all their trades the next week? And that's why Graham Stephan mentioned in his video that after the initial first few successful trades due to beginner's luck, he just had a series of bad trades after that. I'm not sure whether Graham actually followed chatroom alerts to buy or sell, or he just followed some other people's recommendations online on forums such as StockTwits and Twitter. But the key here is that he followed other people into those trades. He bought those stocks that he has no idea about, no plan of where the good entries are, what the risks are, and where should he stop out of his positions if the trades worked against him. And that, my friends, is the biggest mistake you could do as a beginner day trader, following chatroom alerts into a trade blindly. And I'm saying this because I've done the exact same thing as well. Graham isn't alone in making these beginner mistakes. In fact, I hate to have to say this again. Most day traders start out trading in the stock market by following chatroom alerts to buy and sell. And I'm sure many of you watching this video right now have done something similar in the past before too. Let me know if you lost your rent money or your lunch money due to following someone else's alerts to buy and sell. You guys all know what I lost. Lamborghini money. And that's why I drive a Toyota Corolla today. The gas is only $40 a month. It's never had any issues in the past 15 years, and I never had to worry about people breaking into my car. This is perfect. Besides sharing his personal experience with day trading, Graham also talks about a few key points why day traders lose money. And I do agree with most of them. The first and the most important one is because they haven't smashed the like button. Graham says that most new traders are overly confident with their ability in the market, which I agree is very true. And especially when you got beginner's luck, like we've talked about earlier. He also talks about a few other reasons why most traders cannot succeed. One is their inability to control their emotions, such as hope, greed, fear, and regret, which I cannot agree more with the statement. Most traders lose not because they don't know how to trade, but because they don't know how to control their emotions. This is why a trader could be on a series of small wins, and when one day hits the fan, they become emotionally attached to the trade. And when they become too emotionally attached, they break their own rules of risk management and decide to fight the trend and fight the stock. This leads to hope and hope, which in turn leads to fear of taking losses. And eventually, that's how a small loss could become a big unrecoverable damage to the trading account. See, it's not difficult to make money in the market, but it's very difficult to keep it. Graham also mentions a very good point, that most traders, especially when they're starting out with very little capital, they'll be more likely to take riskier trades. This is very true, especially when you're starting out with $500 or $1,000, you'll be more likely to want to take trades that can double or 10x your money really quickly in order to justify the commission cost and the time you're spending in front of the market. Small account
Stay alert. Get in the car.